let's jump over and talk about Boba Fett for a second. So, okay, here's the thing, you guys. If you've been watching The Mandalorian, you would know that there are some spoilers that have come out. So here's the thing. If you have not been watching Mandalorian, if you plan on watching Mandalorian, you may not want to watch this video right now. There are going to be a few spoilers. But then again, if you clicked on it, I mean, you've seen, the headline right here. You kind of know what we're talking about. And that is that there is a Boba Fett spin-off show in the works for Disney Plus, and it's probably going to come out before The Mandalorian Season 3 comes out. This is something that they just announced, that Disney Plus just announced, or rather Lucasfilm, excuse me. They just announced a couple of days ago, and for them, this is something that's been in the works for a while. This is not something that they're like, hey, we've got an idea, let's put it out in the public eye. They've already known about all the things popping up in Mandalorian Season 2. They've already known about that. So for a Boba Fett show to be a spinoff, I would assume it's going to be a spinoff. Boba Fett shows up at the end of episode 1 in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. The very end, the very tail end. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't do anything. He's just standing in the desert of Tatooine watching Mando ride his speeder through the desert somewhere, right? Mando has his adventure. He does what he's going to do, and then he speeds off at the end of the episode, and he goes right by Boba Fett. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So there's a lot of theories going around the internet right now. Is he going to come back? Are we going to see more of Boba Fett in this show? Maybe. Maybe not. But as this article points out, and not only is the article, but as Lucasfilm hinted, they might actually start production on this next week. They might start production on a brand new Boba Fett spin-off show next week. Now, again, this is not something that came up willy-nilly and they're like, hey, let's go off and do something that we've never done before. This is something that they had planned for a long time, probably a year, if not longer than that. They knew this was happening. They just dropped the announcement, like I said, a few days ago, and now they're going into production on a brand new Boba Fett show, coming off the heels of the success of Mandalorian. Mandalorian is one of those shows that I'm not going to say some people love it and some people hate it. It's not a divisive show. It's not a divisive show. It's a show that I think a lot of people are enjoying right now. It's not the action thrilling, it definitely is an episodic show. I don't want to say there's the villain of the week, but there's kind of there's the the problem of the week. I don't think that works necessarily in the overall storytelling. But it does make the show a little bit more palatable when you want to go back and rewatch certain episodes. Again, no secret, my favorite television show of all time is Frasier. Frasier is one of those shows that is a problem of the week. The television show Schitt's Creek is now starting to become one of my favorite television shows of all time. I would rate it in probably the 4th spot. Frasier, Twilight Zone. In fact, take any of these shows. Frasier, Twilight Zone, the original Twilight Zone, Stranger Things, and then Schitt's Creek. All of those shows are problem of the week kind of shows, Stranger Things is a little bit different. It's like a really long movie, right? It's like a really long movie, but each episode kind of focuses on this person's story or on this person's story. So it still kind of makes it about a thing. Frasier, problem of the week. Twilight Zone, not necessarily problem of the week, but every episode is a standalone episode that has nothing to do with any episode that came before. It's its own contained story. Same thing with Schitt's Creek. You have problem of the week, and it's interesting in the way that it's constructed. Mandalorian is the same thing. It is problem of the week. Here's a fire dragon that he has to has to fight or whatever. Was a previous season. There was the invasion of this small communal town. There's this. There's that. He has these little things that he has to work through and work towards in his main goal of trying to get Baby Yoda home, or the child. Whatever his species is. But I think it's really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the new Boba Fett show. I feel like Boba Fett is one of those characters that we know so extremely little about. He's been in Star Wars lore for ages, almost since the beginning. Boba Fett made his first appearance in, I believe, it was the holiday special in 1977. I believe that was the first appearance of Boba Fett. And then George Lucas put him into Empire Strikes Back, and that's where everybody knows him from. Everybody knows Boba Fett from The Empire Strikes Back, but we know extremely little about him as a character. We got a little bit of backstory in what was it, episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It was a garbage movie. I think I've only seen it once, maybe twice. I don't know. I just hated that movie so much. I've just written it off. So I don't know much about Boba Fett. But in this show, I think it's interesting because Boba Fett is one of those characters. He's such a fan favorite. Look at pop culture. If you look at Star Wars pop culture, the Mandalorian, not just the Mandalorian armor, but Boba Fett's Mandalorian armor has come to be so iconic. It's in clothing, it's on t-shirts, it's on backpacks, it's on shoes. People wear this stuff, it's in art, it's in pop culture, it's all around us. And I think that is the reason that this show is it still has to be written well. You can't turn a bad show into something wonderful if it's just a bad script and poorly directed and whatever. But I think that is a huge, the fact that Boba Fett is so hardcore in the public eye or spotlight. That's really going to give him the edge. It's really going to give him the edge to make the show the best that it could be. But the question is for you guys, are you looking forward to the new Boba Fett show? Are you not looking forward to a new Boba Fett show? Are you looking forward to Mandalorian Season 3 more? Whatever. There's a lot to explore here. Jump on down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share, because that is exactly what Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles would want you to do. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.